G'day. This is Cece from Generation Wellness Global, and today I've got a big question that I've been exploring. What is happiness? And so I thought I would take you through this a little bit because this has been a question that I've been exploring, and as you know, I talk a lot about the emotional healing work and spiritual healing work that I do, and so this has been part of my recent journey. And really been exploring what, when you do a lot of personal development work and stuff, people say, what makes you happy? Like, do more of that. You need to nourish yourself and, just find what makes you happy and do that. And I was always like, I don't know. And they were like, no, you do deep down. I was like, no, you don't understand. I don't know. So that's probably me, 5 years ago or something. I was just like, I really didn't. I'd done a lot of things that felt good, like traveling always felt like a really worthwhile experience to me. I had a lot of experience and I appreciated having experience in my life. I think I was always that. I have always been that deep thinker that wanted a deeper meaning in life. And I also had some childhood experiences that really took a lot of the light and joy out of me, shall we say. And so I've been processing a lot of that on a deeper level, like going back to the childhood stuff and healing that. But just exploring this question, what is happiness, was really interesting because I sat down the other day with my scriptures and I looked up all the references to happiness or happy people. And so this is what I got, was happy people are saved by the Lord. Happy are they that hear his wisdom. Happy is the man that God corrects. So we have to and everyone that fears God and walks in his ways. Happy are those who hope in the Lord. Happy are those who have mercy on the poor. Happy is he that endures. Happy are you if you suffer for righteousness' sake. Happy if you keep my commandments. If there be no righteousness, there be no happiness. There never were a happier people because of the love of God that did dwell in the hearts of the people. So there are references that I found to happiness, and if you want to know those, I can tell you where I found them, but you can just search in your gospel library. So I kind of was pondering that, and I was like, okay, so what is happiness? Like, is it not what we think it is, maybe it is just a fleeting emotion, but maybe it's a fleeting emotion that you feel when you're being righteous and doing good works. And we know that a lot of joy comes through serving others, and that's why we're really big on it. The other thing I thought was really interesting is because of my journey into natural health and diet and healing and all that sort of stuff, like the word of wisdom for me has been huge in being able to feel good and feel happier and feel more balanced emotionally. Changing my diet to a lot of really natural fruit and herbs. Like when I do a lot of fruit, I feel a lot more balanced emotionally. I feel a lot clearer in my mind. I feel really calm and peaceful. I don't react the same way. I feel really present. So, we know the word of wisdom is important, but I don't think we realize how much it's an integral part of our spiritual journey, to be able to be clearer, to be able to be more at peace, and to be able to feel the spirit. And we get really big promises from following the word of wisdom. And I've done another video about some scriptures around that, but I'll look into that again. So then I was reflecting, because someone said to me, well, when was the last time you felt truly happy? And that's a question that I usually balk at as well. And this time I didn't balk so much, and I'll tell you why. So I came to the church just over 3.5 years ago, and I was very resistant. I'd had a lot of bad experiences with churches and Christians, and a lot of people do. And so I know what that feels like, and I was really hesitant to be pulled into something that, but the missionaries started to come and visit. And I can tell you, in a time when I was a single parent, or felt like a single parent, because my husband at the time was a workaholic. So I was very much alone at home with my children, and I felt really alone. Now, a lot of that, again, is my own personal wounding about feeling alone and unsupported, and I've done a lot of work on that. But I was in a really, I was struggling. I was really struggling with my mental health and emotional health. And the missionaries came, and they just brought so much light into our home. They really brought it was really something powerful that they brought into our home every time they visited. It was so beautiful to just be able to sit with them and talk and share food, and usually our latest cooking creations, and inspire them, and they inspire us, and it was just a really beautiful time, and it was the light that I needed at that time. And then really, when I thought about it, happiness for me has been every step on the covenant path. Every ordinance, every step has been a highlight of joy and happiness for me. And so of course I'm crying, because that's what you do when you're happy. But truly, when I was baptized, there was so much light and joy in that day. And when my children chose to do that for themselves as well, and being endowed, receiving that, doing that work for others, having those experiences with ancestors in the temple, having answers, receiving answers every time I opened the scriptures and had a question in my heart, having prayers answered, receiving miracles, even just listening to talks by church leaders, listening to talks by the prophet, receiving visions and revelations. Like, I've had so many experiences now in just 3.5 years. I've received blessings from righteous brethren that have been so powerful and personal. Receiving my patriarchal blessing was like hearing the voice of God. Receiving the love and nurturing from righteous sisters, just, it was like feeling a new level of love that I'd never experienced before. And, I know that there's so much goodness in people when they follow the covenant path, and there's so much light, and they've really blessed my life. And so I just wanted to share, because I've been pondering this question, what is happiness? And that's sort of, I don't have all the answers, but that's that's what's come to me so far, that every step on this covenant path has been the most happiness and joy I've ever experienced. And also the meaning and the purpose that the covenant path delivers to our lives as well. Like, I've always looked for that deeper meaning. And as soon as I found this, it just brought so much direction and purpose and clarity to my life. And the healing work helps with that as well. But, you know, we understand who we are and why we're here, and it's such a gift and such a blessing. Now, if this hasn't been your journey, I would love to hear from you. If this has been your journey, I'd love to hear from you. I would love to hear what that happiness journey, that deep, you know, joy and truth and light, that where do you find that? And that deeper meaning and purpose, where do you find that? Because I can testify that for me, it's been walking the covenant path and learning about who I am and why I'm here, and being strengthened through really tough times, feeling strengthened by the Spirit, feeling present with God's blessings, and having angels attend, having ancestors attend, and give blessings, and just so many things that have truly enriched my life and brought me so much joy and happiness. And so I just wanted to share that that's where I'm at so far with my reflections. And I'm really grateful. I'm really so blessed. And if you are struggling to find that meaning or to find that joy and happiness, I would love to help you. I would love to walk with you on this path and help you clear. Because a lot of people say to me, I just can't accept, you know, a book or a church or because of all this wounding. And it's like, I understand, I've been there, but to let the wounding stand in the way is to stop you from receiving and stop you from the truth. And the one promise that really speaks to me from the gospel for those who aren't religious or aren't in the church or aren't people of faith is, the promise is, seek and ye shall find. And I think for all of us, whether we're religious or not, we want the truth. And the promise is, if you keep seeking, you will find. And anytime you feel that uplift of joy and happiness, the Spirit is confirming truth for you. So keep following that, keep, you know, like, push through the blocks and the wounding, because that is truth. Truth brings light into your life. So don't allow your wounding to stand in the way. Like, keep doing the work to find truth and then follow that truth. And I pray that you find true joy and peace and happiness. And I say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. And I thank you so much. If you got to the end of this recording, I thank you for joining me. And I pray that you have these blessings. And if not, I pray that you are open to keep seeking. Just keep seeking. Maybe you'll have a different path, but I pray that you find true joy and peace and happiness in your life. God bless everyone.